Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss book 20 in our R.L. Stine's Goosebumps original series, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. This came out May 94, book 20 in our original 62 book series. We're almost a third there. Technically, the 21st book would be our third mark. If there's 62, rounding up to 63, right? 21 to 42 to 63. But we're almost there. We're one book away from a third through. And then we can calculate to see what's the estimate of when we're actually going to be done. Again, I want to finish before Halloween, so we can do this. So, book 20, Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. What's neat about this is that the phrase, the title of the book is said quite a few times in the beginning of the book. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, the Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. So Jody and Mark are brother and sister, summer vacation. They're going to their Grandma Miriam and Grandpa Kurt's farm, as they always do for summer. They have a farm hand who works there. His name is Stanley. His teenage son, Sticks, that's his nickname, works there as well. They live in the guest house behind the farmhouse. So primarily they work with corn. There's some livestock, not many. There's horses. So it's a matter of, why are there 20 scarecrows now in the cornfields as opposed to one in years past? Why is Stanley obsessing about this? Stanley, the farmhand, obsessing about this superstition book that he has. And why are these scarecrows now walking about at midnight? And then why are some of them continuing to walk during the daylight? So it's a mystery. It's a matter of, is Stanley trying to scare them? Is Sticks trying to scare the city kids, quote unquote? What's going on with their grandma and grandpa? Why have they changed so much? Are they themselves scarecrows? The plot thickens, right? So the story progresses. There's a lot of like pranks gone wrong, like a lot of falling and hurting themselves, or like, Jody and Mark get thrown off horses at one point. He winds up spraining his wrist. Scarecrows wind up attacking them quite a few times. And it's still a matter of, how is this superstition book actually working in regards to magic? Why is it that Stanley is capable of reciting some lines and turning these things into, walking things? Is there a way to reverse it? What does the book say for them to reverse it? If he's the one who had to speak it originally, does he have to be the one to reverse the curse to bring everything back to normal? So there's the big battles at the end where Mark dresses as a scarecrow to scare Sticks, but it's not Sticks who's actually doing it. It's actual scarecrows. So there's the fighting, there's the battling at the end, just being chased, and the scarecrows are recognizing Mark as the leader, following what he's doing because he's dressed as a scarecrow. But then when he takes his burlap head off, they take their heads off, but they can still walk and choke people with their straw hands. So Sticks runs to the barn to get, the torches and the kerosene to, light them on fire, and then they're all burned away, and then no more curses, no more magic. Everybody can go back to, the way things were. But what happens when Stanley starts to read a new chapter, and the stuffed bear that was hunted many a decades ago in the corner of the living room starts to come to life and starts to snarl and stomach growls to attack Jody? What happens next? So it's a neat little cliffhanger at the end. It's a very quick type of book. I remember the episode being very scary as a kid, because it's creepy. It's, what happens if the scarecrow comes to life and tries to murder you. We've seen a scarecrow try to murder people many a times within horror, but it's neat seeing it in the Goosebumps franchise, because it's the first time we're actually at a farm out of 20 books so far involving scarecrows. So it's very cut and dry. It's very straightforward. There's no silver lining behind it. It's very fear-inducing with, is somebody dressed as the scarecrow trying to scare us? Is it actually a scarecrow? What's going on, right? Trying to figure out that mystery of it. But it's quick, it's fun, it's fresh, it's exciting. No form of technology in this. There's 3 channels on the TV at the farmhouse. It's just, you're in this remote location at a farm. What happens when you start to hear and see things? Are you actually hearing and seeing things, or are you not? Is your mind playing tricks, or is it actual real life? So The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, book 20 in R.L. Stine's Goosebumps original 62 book series, May 1994. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.